So I shot this video with toothpaste on my face the whole time, so yeah, go ahead and ignore that. I noticed it after I finished shooting the video, but here's the video. Enjoy, and don't make any comments about this toothpaste, because I'm just now seeing it. I'm trying to focus on the zoom, and I'm like, oh my god, is that toothpaste? And I just finished the video, but enjoy this upcoming video. What's going on, YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. Today's video, I'm searching for another daily driver, so I'm asking for you all's input on this one because I don't know where to go from here. I got a few ideas, a price range and all that, but I'd like to get you guys input and opinions on everything that I'm about to list, so hang tight. And before we jump into the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browser channel. Let's jump into it. So in the previous video where I got my tire situation handled, I went to another dealership after I left the Chevy dealership and get my repair, and I'm looking for another car. So this other car that I'm going to be looking for, I need a few things to have in it. So first and foremost, got to have a manual. If it don't have a manual, I'm not even going to consider it. But second of all, price range. So what I'm looking at is the 30 to 40K price range. So I'm not trying to go crazy on the car, and I also don't want it to be redundant to the ZL1, because the ZL1 will most likely be shut down for the winter this year. Can't find tires, don't want to pay down, or I don't want to pay for new rims on the ZL1, new rims and tires, so I'll have to buy a whole new set. And for what I would pay for rims and tires, I can buy another car, and that'll probably come close to handling the depreciation if I decided to sell it. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe I keep everything that I get from now on. Who knows? Come on, YouTube, blow up. Come on, let's get this channel going. So the cars that I'm considering, I'm going through a manual all-wheel drive phase. So there's a few cars, and there's a couple outliers that aren't all-wheel drive, but I'll still consider those too. So the first car on this list is the Volkswagen Golf R. Now I really like the MK8, and I got to ride in one of those, but can't get one of those. Can't even order one right now, so that's shut down. Now I have to buy used. They have an MK 7.5, which falls right in that price range, depending on the mileage and year, but that's a good one. All-wheel drive, comfortable daily driver. It's kind of luxurious out of all the hot hatches, so there's not a lot of compromise. Is it as fun and engaging? I don't know, probably not, but it is a great daily driver, and it's fun, comfortable, and it has high tuning potential. So you never heard me say tuning potential before, because I never considered it, but these cars, I would do that. So the second car on this list is the Subaru WRX. I would buy this one new because I know what kind of owners Subaru owners are, and I don't want a secondhand Subaru WRX. They're low cost of entry, and people who get into cheaper cars tend to modify them untastefully, leaving reliability as a question. I don't want that. I would get a new Subaru and WRX, unless I can find like a STI that's really low mileage, unmodified, and all that good stuff. But the 2022 WRX, that car is on my list, and it's probably the best all-arounder. Very engaging. They made it more comfortable. They made it uglier, but I'll take that compromise. This thing looks so good. Look at that thing back there. But it's very engaging. All-wheel drive gets me around in the snow. Highly modifiable. The tuners are coming out with some things. It's a lot of appearance miles I can do with it. I can make content all through the winter with that one, and the price is right in the middle of the price range. They're about 32 starting price, and they go up to like 40 something with the CVT. Not getting that one. Another car on this list, which is not all-wheel drive, it's the BRZ/86. Really like those, but I need something that's practical. Like my girls are going to school and I'm going to have to drop them off sometime. So having 4 doors would be the responsible thing to do. And then there's the Blazer, but the BRZ, that would be a car for me. Could they fit in there? Barely. I would be pushing it because they're pushing it in the Camaro. We make it work, but the BRZ is kind of, when they were toddlers, we had the FRS, it was already a tight squeeze, and now they're like years older, so it's definitely, but the driving, like I drove a BRZ on the channel a month or 2 ago. Let's see what this turn is like, turning radius. Oh my God. I had a blast in that thing, and that's another car. It's cheap to get tires, they're available. That's the thing, availability. Like, I can probably get one within the next couple months, a new one if I order it. Maybe 3, maybe 4 months. It's kind of pushing it, but at least I have a higher possibility of getting one. And the WRX has the highest on this list of ordering a new car. So there's that. BRZ, not the responsible choice. Love that car though. Maybe later on, but it is on this list because of price. It's the cheapest. It's like 27, 28K to start off with, so I'm looking at those hard. And then another car, which is not in production anymore, but I'll just lump these in as 2 cars, the Fiesta ST and the Focus RS. Really enjoy those cars, but they're out of production and they're kind of priced high as well. But I know the Fiesta is fun. I haven't driven the Focus RS, but from all the reviews that I watched, those are excellent cars as well. Great all-wheel drive system, not as comfortable as the others, probably the worst as far as comfortability goes for a daily driver, but it is also probably one of the more fun ones. It's in that top echelon, so that's another one, but that's more unlikely. But if I found the right deal, who knows? And then the final 2, and these are actually my top 2 choices, but they're far out of reach, probably. So those 2 are the Corolla GR. That is actually my number 1 choice. So the Corolla GR, it should have been out, but I haven't heard anything about the release dates, and I know once they come out, they're going to be highly marked up, and I'm not paying markup, not like that, because there's going to be stupid markup on those. Like, I can guarantee it's going to be stupid markup. And that one's going to have an amazing all-wheel drive system. It's got a great engine in it. It's 3-cylinder, 3-cylinder. How many liters? 1.6 liter, I believe. So that's going to be a hoot to drive. I saw reviews on the Yaris GR, and everybody's raving about that. So the Corolla's bigger size, and it should be more of the same. Then the Civic Type R. I called about those. I'm trying to get on the list, but the dealerships already told me, yeah, we're going to sell them $5,000 to $10,000 over, and that was a turnoff. That puts me in is probably going to push the car to 50K. And I don't care if I had the 50K to budget on the Civic Type R. It's still a Civic to me. I'm not paying that price. 50K gets me, I can buy a Z28 for 50K, and that's a car that I really want as well. I can buy a lot of cars. I can buy another GT350 for 50K. So the Civic Type R, it is probably going to be one of the more fun cars. Like, I drove the last one, I loved it. And even though it's front wheel drive, it is still really fun. So, and I like the looks of this new one a whole lot. I even considered the Civic Si, but they want markup on those. I'm like, pump the brakes, man. It's a Civic. It's a Civic Si. I am not paying more. Also, I went to a couple dealerships already about other cars, and they are out of their mind with these markups on ordering a car that's not even there. I don't desire these cars that much. Like, I like them, but the desirability is not up here to where they want to charge 5K over, and I'll talk about that later. But yeah, they wanted to charge $5,000 markup on a $30,000 car. No way. Like, if that came to it, I'll just drive the Blazer. But we got options here. So those are my 5 choices. The Civic Type R will probably be number 2 on this list. So I'm going to rank them to me. So number 1, Corolla GR. Number 2, Civic Type R. Number 3, the MK8 Golf R. Number 4, the WRX. Number 5, the MK 7.5 Golf R. Forgot about the BRZ. I'll toss it above the Golf R's because it's just that fun. Actually, I'll toss it above the Civic Type R as well. So I'll make the BRZ 86 number 2. But it's not the car I need, it's the car I want. So that's my dilemma. First world problem. The Camaro's still gonna be here. It's just gonna be sitting in the garage. Gotta figure out, I just gotta store it. It's just gonna sit there. I'll take it out some days because I don't like having cars, not driving them. So that's why I drive all of my cars. The only 2 cars that I didn't drive in the winter were both BMWs. One was an M5, and I decided to sell it just because it just killed me to let it sit there. And then the BMW, it couldn't hold up as a winter driver as well. The M5 was too much for that time and era. It was it's expensive to fix, and that car was kind of like a collector's car because it was in such pristine condition that I didn't want to drive it out here. But yeah, that's where we're at, and I'm gonna be scouring through forums for the next week or 2 until I figure out what I really want to do, what I should do. But I want to hear your input. And I'll probably post a poll after this. After you watch the video, look out for the poll as well. And if there's something I missed, put it in the comment section. I know there's some cars that I did miss, like the Elantra, and those just don't do it for me. And I like the Veloster, but they took those out of production already. And also things like the Bronco. The Bronco is great, but it's a truck. They do offer a manual, but I wouldn't get that anytime soon, so write that one off. Tacoma, I'm not really a truck guy. I would drive one, but it's not my first choice. But these cars that I did list, I'm thinking the WRX is probably the more sensible choice with the most options to do afterwards with a good price point. So let me know what you think. Is there anything else that I missed? I know there's Audis too, like Audi, the B8, A5, S5s, things like that. I really like those, but I had one before, and the maintenance in the short amount of time that I had it led to me selling the car because I just need my cars to be reliable first and foremost. Like maintenance on these newish cars, like definitely a no-no, but I don't like dealing with maintenance if it's my sole purpose of transportation. So I'm going to leave you all with that. Think about it for a minute. Let me know in the comment section. Shout out to Race Car Friends and Blueprint. They've been coming along with me. We just been tossing ideas out there. The Topher 2, bouncing stuff off them, getting all their input. So they made their choices, what their number ones were, and I'll save those for a later video. But I'm taking all this in, and I think I know what I want, but I'm not for sure because there's a lot of cars out there. Availability sucks, and these markups suck even more. But that's all I got for you all today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.